What's up, fishing folks? Welcome back to Guy with the GoPro Fishing Show. I am your host, Brian, and in today's episode, I wanted to show how effective the straight-tailed-worm can be pretty much all summer. It don't got to be on a shaky head. It doesn't have to be pegged. It doesn't have to be unpegged. It's however you want to fish it to catch fish. One thing I like about it is if this time of year we got a lot of vegetation that's making its way up from the bottom, depending on how much sunlight can penetrate the depth of the water. So if I'm fishing vegetation that's pretty much darn near the surface, I'm gonna peg the weight, because to me it's like shooting a bow and arrow through a bale of hay. It's gonna go through if that weight is pegged. It just on a retrieve, you know what I mean? Whereas if you have more sparse vegetation and like algae on the bottom and weed beds that are starting to grow here and there, and there's a lot of open water in between that, I leave it unpegged and do a lot of mixing my swimming up retrieve with hopping it and letting it follow an unpegged worm weight back down. So the worms I like to throw, obviously I've gotten more bites on the Roboworm than any other straight-tailed worm.
Got him on the Roboworm, yeah. First Roboworm fish of the year. And guess who I seen catching fish on the Roboworm last time I was up here? That would be my friend Wayne, who y'all met in the last episode. That guy's been eating good, hasn't he? Been chunking up a little bit. He's been chunking up a little bit, huh, bud? Huh, buddy? Y'all can see him good. He's a good-looking dude. He's got some stuff down. Nice and healthy for a little buck. He sure did fight, didn't he? Get a little picky pick. Always get fish slime all over my camera screen or my phone screen. Yeah, number one, Roboworm. Alright, bud. Let's let you go. We got one, we're on the board. This color, all I did, guys, this is 15-pound Diawa J-Braid in Island Blue, so I can see the bite happening. I took a 1/16 ounce worm weight, and when I'm throwing these real thin worms or anything soft like Yamamoto Senko, this is a Gamakatsu, I want to say a 1X offset worm hook super line or something like that. It's a strong hook, but it's thin. The wire diameter is thin because the worm is thin, so it helps to not, chew up your soft plastics as fast.
And I've gotten some good bites also on the Zoom original Straight-TailedWorm. So I got the Zoom in the Morning Dawn color. Now they call it Tequila Sunrise, Morning Dawn, whatever. It's just pretty much the same color. And with Aaron's Magic, I like to, with the Roboworms, I like to throw the Aaron's Magic and the one Brent Erhlers color too. It is, hold on, Erhlers Edge, which is more like a shad color. It's like a flat blue and gray. Got some good ones on this as well. If you notice, one thing about these straight tails is they are heavily salted. But man, I like to use a really light wire, like 2 or 3/0 EWG, or sometimes even a worm hook if I can get away with it without getting a bunch of vegetation on my hook.
Got him on the Zoom, original Zoom worm. Look at that. I say we got us a worm pattern, huh? Dang, he probably just got my camera all there we go. He's an aggressive dude right there, man. See, you can tell he eats good because he's got that. Right. All right, buddy. See, his lips been chunked up, but number 2. Dang, knocked into my camera and everything. I probably did that setting the hook, but hey, it's number 2. We're putting a little pattern together, huh? All right, bud. Get our worm fixed up here. He did a little number on it, but that's all right. That's why we buy them. This is the Zoom original straight tail. It's not the trick worm. Alright, switch to the Roboworm. I'm gonna swim it and then switch to the War Eagle buzzbait with the gold blade and a frog trailer. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right. There we go. The Roboworm strikes again. Hey, buddy. You are the first victim to the new 7'1" medium heavy, bud. So thank you for playing, Mr. Chunk. Not a bad little guy right there. But he wanted that Aaron's Magic R&B. That's why I love that color. It never fails me. You can see he tore my worm up pretty good, but that's alright. It's a give and take. Thank you, dude. On the board. Roboworm is doing it today, buddy. Yes, it is. Hey, cut it out. I'm gonna help you out there, boss. Don't be silly. Oh, man. We gotta get him back in the water. I did the tongue pop. Sorry, bud. You'll be alright, though. I was a little late on the hook set, and they got this vessel that runs right under their tongue, and he had already spun the bait. So when I set the hook, unfortunately the barb punctured down instead of going in his lip, and that causes them to bleed because of that main blood vessel. They can still eat. He's not gonna like die out. It'll clot up before there's any severe blood loss, is what I was told by a guy who has a channel called The Nature of Fishing, and he used to work for the Colorado Department of Natural Resources as a fish biologist. His name is Paul Roberts, and he's got an awesome channel on YouTube. I highly suggest you checking out The Nature of Fishing. Is very educational and awesome channel. And Paul is a cool dude. Like if you got questions or anything, he will respond in the comments. And he is definitely a wealth of knowledge. So if you have not checked him out and you want to know more about bass or just fish as a whole, as far as their biology and stuff, and their anatomy and stuff like that, I highly suggest subscribing to that channel. It's taught me a lot.
And just to show you how I fish the straight tail. I mean, it can be deadly. You'll get some good bites. Both swimming it, excuse me, and hopping it on the bottom and leaving it unpegged and letting it fall. And it kind of just mix up your retrieve, man, or give it a couple scoots along the bottom. Reel up your slack, but always watch your O-line. That's why on my spinning gear I throw a lot of braided leader. I'm getting older, my eyes are going bad, so I use the braid as a bite indicator, and I tie me a good length of leader. That way I can see those little jolts or see if my line's skirting one way or the other, because the bass has got one in his mouth and he's running away with it. But, I'm going to let the fish catch footage speak for itself. I hope y'all enjoy the episode. Leave me a thumbs up if you like it. Don't if you don't. I highly recommend not just throwing Senkos all summer, man, because unless you're a tackle nerd like myself, a lot of these straight tail worms, people think, oh, it's only for a shaky head or that's not true. You can, or like the Roboworm, for example, oh, that's only for the end of David Dudley and Aaron Martin's drop shot rods. No. Us common folk can get them just like the pros can. We gotta pay for them. That's the only difference. But if you seek them out, and it's not just at Cabela's, just seek them out. Be a smart consumer. Do some research, and rig it just like you would any other Texas rig, man. And I'm telling you what, the thinner profile, there's something to it. Like, I didn't even get any trickworm fish this spring. All I heard all spring was the floating worm, the swimming worm, the this worm, the zoom trickworm. Well, you know what? I tried to throw that thing probably a while, and I got about 5 different colors of that worm, and I did not get one single bite. So, I put those down for a while, and I started fishing Senkos, and I came across some new companies of stick baits that I like, Big Bite being one of them. I came across some new Yamamoto original Senko colors that I like, and we'll get to that. But my old standby with that is obviously green pumpkin, and the ones they carry at Dick's. I forget the catalog number, but it's black with a royal blue or sapphire blue tip. I've caught my previous personal best largemouth on that exact worm. But without anything else from me, guys, enjoy the fish catch footage. Go get you some Roboworms or some original Zoom straight tails, or even some Berkeley bottom hoppers. The only reason why I didn't mention those until now is because I haven't caught anything on that worm yet this year, but I will. So ring that notification bell so you know when to upload another episode, and also be subscribed, and please share the episodes so you're eligible to win the monthly giveaways, because next month's giveaway is going to be a good one. It's going to be like, if I was to go out and drop shot fish, it would be what I'd be throwing. So I'm going to try to hook you guys up with something different that to add to your drop shot arsenal, and maybe it'll help you get more fish either to the bank with the rest of us or on your boat if you're watching and you own a boat. So without anything else from me, this is Guy with the GoPro Fishing Show, out for now.